Hawk on the river.
Yeah.
We're catching walleyes like this big. And everybody was fucked. It started raining. Everybody took off running except for me and one guy.
Yeah.
And then he ended up getting one of these big baits like that stuck in his sleeve
Oh, no.
in his raincoat. Yeah. So he's like, Ted, help me get my arm out. He looked like a T-Rex, like trying to get out of his jacket. So I went over there with the pliers, and he says, just rip my raincoat out, I don't give a fuck. So I ripped the hooks out. His fucking arm finally came out. My pole and reel went like this, and my reel went flying in the air. I ran and grabbed it out of mid-air, and that's what I ended up hooking.
Wow.
Yup.
Wow.
That's amazing, hey?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, this is a really interesting question. A lot of people don't talk about religion and God, and I'm so comfortable talking about anything and everything.
Yeah.
So you believe in a higher power.
Yeah, but I don't have a God.
And so, this is so
You
fascinating.
can sit down.
Do you see, when you say power and higher power, do you see, I guess I'll say it this way, God coming from, and again, not that word, but coming from somewhere?
No, because you know why? When I was a child, I grew up in the Royal Rangers, the Boy Scouts. You know what the Royal Rangers are? That's church group, like the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
And my parents always took us every Sunday to church.
Okay.
Sundays and Wednesdays, we went to church.
Okay.
My parents got divorced. So God didn't keep our family together.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
So then I lost faith.
That's right.
Okay? So then when I lost faith, I still went to church with my mom occasionally.
Yep.
But you know what pissed me off the most? They come around with that bread basket.
Give me the money.
Give me the money. Give me the fucking money. Give me the money. Fuck you.
Right.
I told my mom I'm done with that shit. So then my own higher power kicked in.
Yes.
And it was my grandfather.
Yes.
When he passed away,
Yeah.
he told me, I will protect you and I'll always be watching you.
Yeah.
And you know what? On my birthday, in the fucking rain, I had a big cooler full of walleye. And I was switching them out for the biggest ones for eating. And I'd throw the smaller ones back because he only had a five walleye limit. So I kept switching them out. And then all of a sudden I hooked that.
Amazing.
Dude, that took me from the sun was still up raining. The sun was gone and it was pitch black outside. That took me like 90 minutes to bring that in with 6-pound test. I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records right now for the biggest muskie caught on the smallest pound test.
Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes, because I had this much test line hanging out of the fish's mouth.
Yeah.
When I took it to the taxidermy, he said, what is this? I says, monofilament, 6 pound. He says, I'm going to register it for you. I said, what does that mean? For the Guinness Book of World Records, for the biggest muskie caught on that smaller test line. Dude, it took me so long to bring that fish in. It kept running towards the dam where the water was rushing and shit. Finally, I went in all the way up to my waist, and I just fucking grabbed it by its gills and lifted it up.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. You fought Moby Dick, man.
Yeah, no. Dude, I swear to God, that was the first fish I ever had mounted.
Wow.
Okay, that muskie. And see that perch in front?
Yeah.
That's a 10-inch perch.
Wow.
I caught that the same day.
Wow.
You see that crappie over there where the light is? That's 14 inches. So if you put that perch, the crappie, and that shit all together, that muskie could just eat it in one bite.
That's insane.
And then you can see that light right there on the tripod.
Yeah.
If you walk over there and touch that, I built that all by hand out of my garage. Doesn't that look like a movie
Exactly.
studio lamp? I built that all by hand. The can, the legs, the switch, all the fucking prongs going down the side, holding the wires. Yeah, dude.
That's amazing.
I take pride in everything I do. I apologize for my house being dirty. That right there, I built that coffee table.
That's beautiful.
That's all black walnut. That coffee table.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. And there's no screws holding it together.
That's the way to do it.
It's all hand pinned and doweled.
That's the way to do it.
Bro, I built my garbage container.
Oh, nice.
I built everything, dude. I don't know. I can't live like other people live.
Right.
I learned how to adapt to everything that I like.
Yes.
Yeah, the hell with other people.
Right.
I don't care what you like. It's what
Right.
I want. You know what I mean?
Well, and does that not come full circle in this way? The whatever version of God you get in a church it clearly hasn't been working or isn't right because
No,
it's not going
You
the
know,
right
I
way.
said the same thing to you. That
Right.
money bag you keep shoving
And
around.
then you said some people might not live like this, but what is society if not another church? What if whose opinion matters in your own home? Yours.
Yeah.
So how do we ever feel that the way we live is better or worse than like
Anybody else's.
Right. Oh, I gotta keep up with
I
the
treat
Joneses.
everybody
Yeah.
equal. You see, I have black friends, Mexican friends,
Right.
your friend. Dogs, I'll tell you this, my biggest fear is anybody who doesn't like a dog, get the fuck away from me.
That's right.
Yeah, if you don't like a dog, that means you can't be trusted.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's
It is.
the goddamn truth. And I'm going to tell you this.
It is.
If they don't like animals and they treat them like crap, they're fucking useless garbage. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You know what it is? They have no faith in themselves.
There you go.
So why would they trust a dog?
There you go.
You know, like when you ran up and you grabbed your dog up and held her like this,
Mm-hmm.
and you were like worried about Sammy, and everybody kept yelling, "Don't worry about Sammy, she's fine." Why do you think my dog has no collar, no leash? The only time I have to put a collar and a leash on my dog is when I take her to Farm and Fleet.
Right.
And you know what? She's on the internet. She jumps on the cart and puts her front paws on the push bar, and she walks the cart. And the leash is down in the cart. Here's her leash right here. Look at how big this is. So here's her leash.
Amazing.
This goes on her neck, and this is a horse lead. So I just throw this right in the shopping cart. This is around her neck. And then this old lady says to me one day, she says, Do you mind if I take a picture of your dog pushing the shopping cart? No problem. She says, it's probably going to go on the interweb. I said, no problem.
Yeah.
So Sammy's up here like this, with her paws on the cart, and she's walking the cart. And if I made a left down the aisle, it would take her a couple seconds to follow me, you know, to push it. But she'd end up following me.
Amazing.
Hi, guys. Sammy. Hi, baby. Hi, yeah. Yeah, no, my dog is awesome. Look at her. She's so happy. She never hurt anybody. Would you, Sam? Oh, she's a
Good
good
down
girl.
dog.
Her favorite thing is swimming and chasing a stick or a duck or a rabbit. Hi. Yeah. You're the best girl ever. Yeah. Like I said, I'm so glad I met you. If there's anything I can do to help you with your dreams
I appreciate
come
you,
true,
brother.
listen. With these felons or whatever, dude, I'm there.
I appreciate it.
I'm there, bro.
I
Anything
appreciate
you
it.
need.
I look forward to
Anything you need. Everything I have
talking a
is
lot.
fully insured. So, like, if we're to help somebody out, bring them over here
yeah.
and help them out, and I could teach them some things, and they turn around and end up robbing me. Everything's on camera. I just showed you all the cameras.
Yep.
Everything's on camera. You're going to get busted.
Yep.
I'm not going to shoot you or kill you.
No.
You're going to be arrested, and I'm going to press charges.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
And then they'll just wind up back down the street in our program anyway. So they'll
Yeah.
just be going in a circle. So why
Yeah,
why
but
do it in the
doesn't
first
even make
place?
sense, though.
No.
You should have a one kick-out rule
Yeah.
in your program.
That's it.
If you mess up, you got to go.
Yep. Yep.
Find a different direction. You
Yep.
can't keep giving everybody second, third, fourth chances.
No.
No, they know what they want to do.
Yep.
You made that decision when you
Yep.
were out on parole or probation, whatever.
Yep.
You made that decision what you wanted to do with your life.
Yep.
What do you think about that Central Station?
Oh man.
That clock? Isn't that cool?
You know, time's not real, right?
Well, no, the batteries died.
No. I mean, like, I believe time flows more like a river, more like in both directions. I think the way we measure it, I mean, okay, sure, that's what time we can get together for a meeting,
Yeah.
but I don't feel life moves like that. Do you?
Well, I do, because I go by the clock, because I grew up, 6 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon.
But the farm, right, though?
Yeah,
Didn't you most so
even my union job.
Right, you moved with the sun.
Yeah. Well, then,
Which,
when
they changed that, half the year is wrong.
do you realize that the clock going forward and the clock going backwards?
Yeah.
You know why they did that?
Oh, it was supposed to be to, have more daylight for on the farm?
Yes.
Daylight savings time.
Yes.
Right?
For the farmers.
Right.
So you fall back in the fall,
Right.
and you spring forward in the spring.
But
So that gave you more hours to work on the farm.
so,
Daylight time.
and wasn't that not for the farmers though?
No, it was for the farmers. That's how I was brought up.
That's how I understand it that same way too. But when I lived in Colorado, I just got up when the sun came up. I didn't set an alarm clock. So if the farmers just get up when the sun comes up, then why do we have to change that half of the year? Isn't that more like for the bankers?
So
to
they were
meet the
supposed to go
farmers?
back. They were supposed to go back last year
Right?
and stop that.
Right?
They were
Because
supposed to.
I never thought about it till I lived in Colorado.
But the more I think about it, the more farms they're losing.
Right.
People.
They're gone.
Okay, listen to us. How old are you?
50, 49, 50.
49?
Yep.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
57.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you this. We're in the same age bracket.
Yep.
So if your grandparents died and left you a farm, okay,
Mhm.
and you raised your kids up, and you're the fucking strong man in the business and the farmer, and you kept rotating your crops, doing this and that, raising soybeans, raising sweet corn, raising field corn,
Yep.
raising hay, and then all of a sudden your kids would graduate high school and they didn't want to work as hard as you. So this is going on today.
Yep.
So these farmers are dying.
Right? Nobody's taking them.
Well, no, the kids get all the grants.
Oh.
But you know what they're doing? Taking the money and running.
Right.
They're selling everything off.
They're just flipping them.
They don't want to work too hard.
Right.
Here's a fucking combine. Here's all my land. Here's fucking 75 acres. Here's 150 acres here. Here, I just want to sell it all off and take the money and run.
Right.
You know? And they're driving around in these little Toyota Fast and Furious cars like a bunch of retards.
Yep.
Come on, dogs. Outside.